G'day, and welcome back to the channel, Headlight Restoration Perth. So here we're going to be looking at a 2018 Nissan Navara. This is the first time I've ever worked on a light that's had an obstacle there. So I've never worked with bars or anything in front of the lights before. So this is a learning opportunity for me as well as everyone else. You can see there, I've one of the discs I had was a little off shape, so I didn't want to use that one as it just the very edge of the pad was showing, so I would have made more scratches than not. So I'll save that for the little handpiece. So and I've found because of the obstructions and things like that, you're obviously going to do a lot more hand sanding and not as much machine, because you can that bar definitely only gives you certain access either way, and you do get a bit of a strip going up the side and along the top. So, but even so, I did the hand sanding. I still just stayed dry. I just think the dry sanding just gives you an instant feedback on how the lens is going and what you need to do to work on it anymore. So and I'm started to also use that new yellow tape. I found it from one of the local automotive paint distributors here. It's not branded or anything, but a great price. So I'm just seeing how it goes, and but so far so good, nothing to complain about. So always open to getting some better products. So but this, for the price and for what it is, the yellow I believe represents, it's good for like 60 or 70 degrees if you're doing the oven bake when you're painting and everything. So so it is pretty surface friendly. So I am finding that when while using it. So like you and everyone else out there who wants to have a crack at this really can. And I reckon you should do what you got to do, because not that it's always easy, but it's achievable. Like it was only the first week in June, and now it's the first week in August. So 5 weeks. So the first week of June, I just decided to have a look on YouTube on how to restore headlights. And I don't know, it just clicked with it. Like I thought, this is pretty cool. So from first learning or looking at videos on how to do a headlight restoration, from that to 5 weeks later with a fully functioning, legitimate business with business numbers, like everything, it's been 5 weeks, and I've already knocked out 13 cars, so it's been a pretty quick run, really, when you think about it, over a 5 week period from watching your first video to producing videos and learning what you have to do. And so I started like well budgeted, like literally I just had one of the like a big sandwich bag with my gear in it. That was it. Went down to the local hardware. Over here in Australia we have Bunnings. I don't know, you Home Depot and all that, where you in America, I'm not sure what else is around. But I just went down to Bunnings, spent $50, just bought some sandpaper, some off-the-shelf UV clear coating, and some gloves and whatnot. And I started $50, and then I realised, well, I didn't want to do it by hand as much anymore. So I know I had a cordless drill, so I went and got that. Just bought little bits and pieces, and now with the money that I'm making from the work, you know, I'm buying the products that I'm supposed to be using, you know, like the Maguire's Headlight Clear. I do like that. I'm using the Plastex, the polish. I just ordered the Chemical Guy Headlight Restorer, so that should arrive in a couple of days, and I will do a video on comparisons of that, and so that should be interesting. You know, but you really can do this. You know, have a bit of faith, put a bit of effort in, and you got this. And, you know, like and subscribe, be a part of the community, ask questions, give advice, ask for advice. It doesn't matter, because we can all learn from each other, you know. So, and I've been fortunate enough here to just find some really good information early. You know, I believe that the way I'm doing it is it fits my way of liking to see the beginning to the end results. It's consistent, so I don't think I'll veer much from what I'm doing. It could be just products and technique maybe, but the actual foundation of the process, I don't think that's going to change much. So with the sanding, like I said, I found this this local business here in Bayswater, provide great sandpaper. Like they cut to size. You know, you just ring up, they'll punch out a couple of holes. Doesn't matter if you're 3 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch. By the time you go pick it up, it'll be ready. So I'll leave those details in the description, along with a discount code. So if you buy online from their site, you can put in a discount code and get a 10% saving. So, and they've got all cutting discs, they got sanding belts, they got all different tools. So it's not like it's just for the sandpaper. You could be doing all sorts of different projects where you use sandpaper, or you just might want sandpaper for your own purpose, for woodwork, metalwork, whatever. So definitely go and have a look at that channel. I mean the website, make an order, put in that code that you'll find in the description, and you'll get that 10% discount, no problem at all. So when you do use the correct process, like I've seemed to find it, we can get the same results, you know, like, because where I was looking, like with the Headlight Pro and everything, he's a different kind of character, but the process, and he's pretty educational. So I did like a lot what he was doing, and I did adopt a lot of his process, his technique. So don't be afraid to have a crack at this. If you just want to do it on your own car, or if you want to go in to make a few extra bucks, just do it, you know, because I reckon when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So if you think you're ready, like maybe this might be the video that just says, yeah, I can do this. Why not? If this lad can do it, so can I. And believe me, from 5 weeks watching my first video to having a fully productive business, you really can do it. You know, so don't be afraid to have a crack at it. And I still think, you know, for that, the 5 Ps, you know, proper preparation promotes perfect presentation. For the best results, you know, it really is about that preparation. You know, 90% preparation, 10% finishing, and you're done. You know, so you know, so because I never want a quick fix, I'd like to do this process. So I don't worry about the kits. I know there's so many kits out there and a lot of videos promoting those kits, but not saying they don't work. They just won't work for me. because it's, when I'm working and doing a job, like I want consistency, and I want to know that I'm giving the best outcome for the customer. So, I have to do a little extra work, have to work a little harder, a little longer. That doesn't matter, because it's the end result, and that gives you the satisfaction and them as well. So, and repetition is the mother of skill. So the more I'm doing this, the quicker I'm becoming, the more efficient I am. So all this will come in time, and I know I'll cut that down. So please like and subscribe if you feel like any of this information is helpful, and you want to see any more of what I'm doing. So because I love the fact that we're like building this little community, and I'm starting to get some good comments and some feedback. And so if you've got comments and feedback, so just add it. Just add the comments, ask the questions, like give me the feedback as well. If you've been doing this a while and you know what I'm doing is correct, but I might be doing something a little harder than I need to be, feel free to add that. So, and I like I say, it's all about the preparation. So I was just about ready to do some clear there, but a little spot come on. So you just go back, and while you've got this opportunity after you polish, you just give it the finest correction and give it that rub again, So never be afraid to do that, because if you do it here, it's 10 times easier than trying to do it after you've put the clear on. So, but yeah, always happy to take feedback. We'll just keep everything positive, fellas, because we can all learn from each other. It's all one hand washing the other. So that being said, thanks very much for all the likes, the watches. So like I say, like, subscribe. If there's anything that you want me to do in the next one or know about, just put in comments. All right, other than that, have the best day.